Hello. So we had talked about in our league or in our Discord about like automating the cap sheet process, and I mentioned I start working on an app. If I don't know if that's exactly the correct term, and I've gotten a little bit done. So I figured a video would probably be the best way to demonstrate what it does so far, and then I'm planning to put this on our message board. Hopefully, I'll have to, or I can email it out or something, so everyone else can try it out and get feedback and keep going from there in the process of automating the whole cap sheet system. So what I have so far is here's a zip file that I'm planning on. See if I can put on the message board. Otherwise, I can email it out. But what you would get then is it'd be this folder I put in, and this is the application that you run. So you just double click this, and it takes a little bit to open up. And so it's kind of small. I can't move it around here yet, but this is what I have so far. And so to demonstrate how it works, I created, just a test cap sheet. I took my most recent one and I just deleted some spots here. So now the first thing you have to do is import it into the app, and the Excel, it can't import an Excel sheet that's open, so I have to close it. So first you click the import cap sheet, and it'll open up this window so you can navigate to wherever the cap sheet is stored. So this test ones I have in this cap sheet app. So select that and click open. So now it's in the app. Then click add player, and it'll pop up a frame to input the player's information. And you can do more than one. And then to just close these out, you just hit delete. If you try to do it with an incorrect, without filling out the information, or at least without the right position, you get this error message. Please select valid player position. And that's one thing I still have to work on, is I want to put in error code for if you're missing something else, like contract length and stuff like that. So let's, for example, let's put Joe Montana on the team. And so this is a pull down menu. Select the NFL team. I'll just give him some random values for his base salary and bonus, and then his contract length. I'll give him 5 years. Let's say we want to add another player. Let's do Barry Sanders. So just put his name in here. Now, this is kind of working a little weird for me. I'll try moving this up a little. Maybe that'll work better. Yeah, so now it's staying up. I select Detroit. Give him a contract value, say 3 years, and I can keep doing more. As I mentioned, for now, I'll just do those two, and then we click generate cap sheet, and it'll take a little while to create it, but it'll give a pop-up that'll tell you when it's all done. Like here, you can see it's actually created it, but it's still putting in the values and stuff. If you look at the size of it, right now it's still only 3 kilobytes. So it takes a little while to finish it. This is an old one I made. I'll delete that one. There. So now it's completed. So click OK. You can see here it ended up being 513 kilobytes. And now what's interesting is this will actually make cap sheets smaller. Like the program I use, I read about it, and it'll get rid of extra empty cells or something like that. So refine sheet, and it'll spit out a cap sheet with the same name. It gets the name from the team name, and then I put the year, the month, the date, and the time after it. And the reason I do that is So it'll always be a new sheet, and we don't ruin the original sheet. I just figured it'd be safer that way. So let's compare the original sheet and the new sheet quick. So this is the original. And the new cap sheet, the one that I just generated with the tool. Scroll up. As you can see, it added Joe Montana, and it put him in alphabetical order at quarterback, his team, and the salary we gave him, the length of the contract. And then it still has all the formulas in here. And down here, you see Barry Sanders. They added him where he's supposed to go. Detroit. And again, the same information. And so if we wanted to add more players, so we close these out. Like let's say we do later on, we got, let's go for a safety, Ed Reed. Well, first what we have to do to add him, we want to add him to the one we just completed. So I'll put in his information, but we want to change it to a 1-year contract. I put 0 on here. I don't know if we'd ever sign someone 0. I don't know if that probably doesn't make any sense, but I could always take that out. So now we have to import the one we just created. So this is the one we created in the last step. And then we got the information. Now we'll generate one from that. See, it's create a new one with the new time. Goes with military time. And still filling in the information. You get the pop-up. It's all done. Let's now open this one and this one and compare these. And so both of these have Joe Montana, both have Barry Sanders. Let me go down to the safeties. See, this one doesn't have Ed Reed. This one added him. and it put him green here. That's one of the things I'm going to have to work on next. So that's pretty much everything this app can do now. You'd still have to go through and do the coloring manual. Like if you get player via trade or depending when they're signed, we'd have to add those colors ourselves. But that's another feature I'm going to work on next. So my plan is that it'll have another pull down and you can select what free agent period you got him, or if you got him in a trade or whatever, and then add them, and it would color it in for you then too. And then I'm also working on a move player frame. So, and what that will do, my plan is it'll have a pull down menu of all the players on your team, and then a pull down menu of where you want to move them. Like if you want to drop them, like if you drop them, like depending on what free agency period, it would then move the player from your active roster to the correct area for cut players. And also want to do it so you can move like a rookie to the active roster, moves players between development and active roster and stuff like that. And so what I'm going to be focusing on is the goal I want for this app in future iterations is to be able to do everything that we need to do in a cap sheet with this tool. So you won't have to worry about any copying and pasting. The tool does it all for you. Any player movement, you'd be able to do with the tool. Even to the point I'd like to eventually get so you can click a button on there and it would generate like the 2026 cap sheet, and it would update it all with the reduce the year off the contract length, clear out the coloring, etc. And then it would probably at this point need to we need to copy, and you still have to copy the points in. I was thinking of a way you could copy and paste them into another spreadsheet and also import that and have the tool do it. And so all that stuff. Oh, and then I also have to I want to do, I don't know what would happen if you tried. Wait, I already open. If you had a full roster and then try adding players, I think it would just write over some players. So I want to put in a warning that in case you try to add too many players. I think different things like that. And then beyond that would be internet related stuff that I don't know anything about yet. And maybe other people could take what I have so far and start integrating it online, and then we could work in parallel on that. I could keep adding features while they do that. Otherwise, I can look into it once I get done with everything I want to do on here. But I think it'd be nice to not have to, if we could have this embedded on a web page, as opposed to having to open the open the actual tool each time. And then the next step would be something I'd like to do is every time, for this app. Oh, see, it's okay there. I would like to put another entry field next to the add player button and be able to copy and paste the URL for the winning bid from the Bid-O-Matic in there. So you could put the URL next to it, and then when you click the add player button, it would fill in all the information automatically from the Bid-O-Matic. That's anything internet related. I would need help with that or time to look into that. And ideally, it'd be nice to get to the point where just this tool would run in the background whenever we add a player with MFL. It could find it from the message board and generate a new cap sheet that we keep online or something like that. And so this is just the first step in automating it. And so yeah, I'm going to try putting this on the message board, and I ask that you guys, if you want, you can try it out and give me your feedback. I'll make changes and updates based on what you guys think. And yeah, that's about it. So hopefully it works good, and I look forward to hearing what you guys think.